If you walk in life knowing that you are literally made up of polarity, you are literally made up of stark contrast inside of you, I think it'll get easier. Because you will always know you're the charioteer and there's a black horse and there's a white horse, and both of them need to be steered in the same direction. Which means that your intention is the steering wheel. That is your alignment. That is how the chariot moves straight and upward and forward. That intention is the stabilizer and the guidance of that steering wheel, the steering wheel as maybe sometimes both wheels, right? The left and right and the black and white, shadow and light, they want to move in different directions. You want to identify with neither of them, but always be the chooser. This is appearing and this is appearing. I'm going to choose this. You have to remember to not identify. But yes, it's also true that there is a very natural attraction to the white, to the higher perspective, to desire. The heart's call, there is a very natural ease in that, flow in that, and that is not to be ignored. Simultaneously, you also don't want to ignore the fact that the shadow feels a certain way, the other stuff feels a certain other way, right? And both of them are supposed to feel absolutely different. If they didn't feel any kind of way, you wouldn't know what to do. That is why maybe it is confusing to use mind to make a decision when you're not really, factoring in how you feel about both sides or both choices. When you're not factoring in that, it's harder to make the right choice, and that's why maybe one is indecisive or afraid to make a decision. Afraid to make a decision. I feel like the things that I am thinking and the things that are appealing to me, attracting me, and I'm wanting to do, or I'm wanting to shift, or I'm wanting to break out of, I have not seen that anywhere. I mean, I'm sure some people are going through that, but it feels so radical. It feels so radical. So I was thinking about, am I just trying to escape and whatever? And then I thought about this thing about escaping. Why do we look down upon it so much? Why should you not want to escape a prison? Whatever feels like a prison, you'll want to escape from it. That is the way that contrast gives birth to a more freeing, creation of a reality that feels more free. We are always moving from prison to freedom. That's our trajectory, right? From falsehood to truth, from unsovereignty to sovereignty, from being merged with something toxic to unmerging and moving towards light. We have come here and we lost ourselves in the shadow, and then we are moving out of shadow upward towards our light, right? It is ejection from a lower system into a higher system, from a lower dimension into a higher dimension, low frequency to higher realities, whatever perspectives, beliefs, ways of being, choices, relationships, ways of health, ways of wealth, whatever you want to say. But it's always got to do with something constricting, limiting you, and therefore you wanting to eject out of it. And that is what escape can be called, right? Escaping towards freedom. So I don't see why escape is looked down upon so much. Actually, I don't look down upon escape at all. It's amazing. Escape is great. But of course, I mean, look, if you have found a way to dump the reality that you do not like anymore, right? You have found a way to dump beliefs that you don't like anymore, perspectives, or whatever other things, habits, diets. You've dumped all friends, relationships, whatever, right? You've dumped all that because you don't like it anymore. You have found a way to dump it. So it's still physically appearing, but you have kind of disinvested, right? So it's a matter of time before it falls apart. So it doesn't have any more fueling from you. You're not the sponsor anymore. So it has to go away. It has no funding from you. So in that process where you are disinvesting from it, you are kind of ejecting from it, right? You are seeing it's there, but you're also saying no to it and ignoring it at the same time. So there's an acknowledgement and a prompt ignoring after that. Because freedom is truth. Freedom is the biggest truth. There is no other truth than freedom. I mean, nothing bigger than that. When you're not free, you're not honest. When you're not honest, you're not here. You're programmed. You're in fear. As you wash yourself off of the influence of other people's truths over yours, and you emerge clearer and clearer and sharper in your authentic self-knowingness and the expression thereof and the choices that come from it, and therefore the manifestation of an authentic life experience.